Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So I want to talk quickly about LR PyCon. We are waiting for the data download right now. Normally, the data download time for me would be somewhere around like 10 p.m.-ish to maybe like 10:30, maybe like it gets up to like 10:40 at the latest. It was a couple of weeks ago when we had the Cell data download, where we had STR Perfect Cell, and then we also had, the Goku and Gohan, and then we also had the first form Cell, the AGL Cell EZA. It was a little bit earlier, so, I mean, maybe we could see kind of an early-ish data download. I don't expect much besides PyCon. Maybe, I think there's a decent there's a chance we could see maybe a Super EZA tweeted right before the data download hits. Perhaps for STR Perfect Cell or some other tournament participant character. I think there's a decent chance because we probably will get. I mean, PyCon, I'm going to assume, is going to drop basically the 17th at midnight. So it's, PyCon is going to drop in about 30 hours, I think, or 31 hours. Probably it's 1 a.m., I think, on the 17th is when it'll drop. So something like that, right? And then we probably might get another character. Like if it matches what happened last year, we got the LR Ginyu Force as the Part 2 Yellow Coin LR. And then we got Super EZA Gotenks actually came out, I believe, the very next day or 2 days later or something like that. So that is something to keep in mind there. So the focus for this video, I want to point out here, is something very good, right? So PyCon is our first Yellow Coin LR of 2025, okay? PyCon is our first Yellow Coin LR of 2025, right? So with him, we're now in this 10th anniversary year. For the first time in 3 years, leader skills were increased in what they do in effectiveness. So PyCon is now introducing essentially a new type of leader. Well, sort of. But just Yellow Coin LR's leader skills are now upgraded up to 2 categories at 200%. Now, personally, I think this is a very big deal that it's this close. I mean, when we're running a lot of these characters, right, like STR Cells may be a good example, right? Like we're running, maybe you would run like Super EZA Buhan on his team. We end up basically running him with 170% to attack and defense, right? Like it's like now Yellow Coin LR leader skills are actually going to be competitive, which is going to be really, really crazy to think that these leader skills will actually be like kind of like on par. We still have the Carnival leader skills, which are going to be, 220% leader skills, right? Because we saw many Carnival characters during part 2 of the anniversary, right? Characters like EGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku in part 1 of the anniversary and stuff like that. If we take a look, this guy, they're rocking their 220% leader skills. So now Yellow Coin LRs are at 2 categories, 200%. So, like, Yellow Coin LR leader skill buffs are only 20% off, right? So, times 2 for the 2 leader skills, and that's just 40%. Look at what Yellow Coin LRs used to be, right? And it's like, it would be 150%. And last year, 200% was kind of like the maximum buff, right? So, we're missing 50% stats times 2, because leader and friend. And then all of a sudden, it could be a huge problem. That could be like a really huge deal, losing and missing all of those stats. And now, that's not going to be the case. These Yellow Coin LRs will actually be competitive leaders. I think they're doing a good job with this. I think that this is really good. Now, keep in mind, this year is probably going to see an extra Yellow Coin LR as opposed to last year, too. So, if we take a look, the first Yellow Coin LR last year was the Dokkan Festopo celebration, and we had the LR Ginyu Force right here, right? The LR Ginyu Force, I mean, they were a fun unit. They worked well up until Tanabata. Once the content got tougher, they were out of here. Special Pose was not competing very well in the Universal Survival Saga Red Zone, right? It just was not competing very well. So at PyCon, to me, seems like he's probably going to perform a little bit better. I think I do like what they did with his kit, right? I think PyCon looks pretty solid. But, like, I mean, this team, they're a Ginyu Force leader, Special Pose. I mean, this is what Yellow Coin LRs can look like sometimes. It's like maybe they could be fun or a quirky character, but they're often so very specific, right? And PyCon really has avoided this. So there's the Ginyu Force. Then we had Golden Week, right? Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Fat Boo, and then the Part 2 LR, of course, ended up being LR Ultimate Gohan right here. Now, he also was restricted quite a bit, and his leader skills ended up not being the craziest, because they did just, like, toss on him Boo Saga, which had overlap along with the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku, right? But, I mean, if you would take a look, just let's look at his categories. Oh, I guess I am looking at him. Here, why don't I just look at him on the Clopal Wiki? That way y'all could, like, I know what the categories are, but that way I could just point to it and y'all could read it, right here. Okay, so, like, if we go here, right, like, imagine we get this same type of release this year, and it's like, you know, he could lead, like, Hybrid Saiyans and Sibling Bond. You know, Hybrid Saiyans and, you know, Rapid Growth or something like that. Many categories in the game have, like, still never gotten competitive leader skills, like, since the very beginning. So, like, Worthy Rivals, we had Dokkan Fest Piccolo in July of 2019, and then we had the Angel LR Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta in September of 2020, and then we've never gotten a leader skill for Worthy Rivals since, right? So now, you know, and it's like, you know, they've given leader skills like some of these Yellow Coin LRs, but Yellow Coin LR characters were never legitimate leaders. Now, for almost the first time ever, it seems as though Yellow Coin LRs, I think, are actually going to be legitimate leaders. Then our next Yellow Coin LR last year was Cell Max right here. Cell Max was the one. Damn, dude. Can we get a redo of that? Could you imagine if he was rocking double 200%? Because it's like the most effective way to win with, like, super bosses and stuff like that once this guy dropped was bringing a friend Cell Max, even with the lower stats for the team, just because of how much stronger Cell Max was than Dragon Ball Super Broly and all those other, you know, super bosses characters, right? But the thing that gets in the way of Cell Max is all of his restrictions. He is very heavily restrictive, and that became much more of an issue as kind of like the year went on, and, like, you know, eventually leading into, like, the memorable Battle Gogeta fights and stuff like that, which Cell Max unfortunately was not very good in. Right, but like, look at that, man. Like, if he had both of these at 200%, right, think of how much more effective that would be. Cell Max, I mean, he's also got stuff. He's got Battle of Fate there, movie bosses, Final Trump Card, androids, right? So, like, that's solid. And then we only actually had one other Yellow Coin LR, and that is the Gohan and Piccolo, right? Gohan and Piccolo were also a Yellow Coin LR. Now, this year, I think we actually could see an additional Yellow Coin LR drop because of this right here. The Heroes characters are no more. Now, whichever moron at Bandai or Shueisha or whoever killed Heroes, I mean, they're just anti-fucking fun. But I mean, that hurts us in Dokkan as well. I actually really enjoyed, you know, Universe Tree Blue Goku, this weird Bardock, Demigra, Eos, like, all this type of stuff with Heroes is fun. Super Saiyan God Trunks, right? Like a fusion of Vegeta and Trunks. You know, that stuff is fun. But, like, now it's gone. But now that means that the second half of November is empty. So they're probably going to go to another Yellow Coin LR, I would assume. Maybe they could do, like, a carnival or something like that. They could, but it feels like just another Yellow Coin LR would be fine. And now, at Yellow Coin LRs, I do think get a lot of extra value being a competitive leader. We'll see. I mean, is there a chance maybe that PyCon, like, his leader skill is just super good because of its lower level teams? I don't know, because I don't even agree. Like, Otherworld Warriors is a really goddamn good team. That's not like some shitty team. Let's grab Otherworld Warriors and Saviors. Look at Otherworld Warriors, man. Like, you kidding me? Like, this category is good. Just getting a straight up leader like this, dude. Okay. And then Saviors, yeah, Saviors could always use help. I mean, this is a bit more of a mess. But, I mean, it's going to be nice. Yeah, look at this. So PyCon is now going to be installed as the best leader for the Savior team. Imagine if they had dropped, let's say new difficult content comes out for Golden Week, which to me, Golden Week is literally next week, by the way, right? Like the Dual Dokkan Fest is probably going to be like the 25th or the 24th. So it's literally next week. And they last year we did get a difficult fight, the Majin Buu Saga Red Zone and Red Zone Kid Buu, who was a very strong fight all year, right? Maybe we get that, and then like another like type of thing this year, and there's a really tough Savior mission. Well, now if there is, we aren't using a year-old Yellow Coin LR as a lead or a year-old Easy ATUR as a lead, both Golden Week 2024 characters. We now would have LR PyCon, who's 200%. Right, it's good. It's good. I was very, very happy to see 200% to 2 categories, man. That's good. Let's just hope they don't go crazy with the overlap. Again, last year, Golden Week, Super Saiyan 3 Goku right into AGO Ultimate Gohan. I mean, that's no fun. But yeah, man, I am pretty happy about this. So Yellow Coin LRs to me get a little bit more extra value, right? Because now they could, this is a competitive leader skill, man. Like you could run double PyCon, LR PyCon, Otherworld Warriors is good, right? Like it's gonna be good. As long as you could get away with the first couple of turns, like the team is gonna be strong, man. It's going to be a nice, solid team. So, let me know what you guys think of the new change to Yellow Coin LR leader skills. But, again, I think this is a very big W thing that exists here for sure.